got Bog Off TV about discs and twigs and things. We got Bog Off TV about discs and twigs and things. We got Grab Another Seat, Chris Wobble greeting me on the Bog Off TV show.
About disc golf.
Get some.
Get some.
Welcome to Ball Golf TV. Got a special dynamic duo episode here. Got Team Discmania Eric Oakley and Eagle McMahon. We're going to come together and play bogey together. So we'll be a three-headed monster. Try and see who comes out on top right now. So welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Chris.
They're here in town playing the Fort Steilacoom Open. Eric, after 2 rounds, is leading the tournament. So way to go, Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got to witness both rounds, and they were pretty stellar rounds. So that's good stuff. So yeah, what do you think of the courses? Obviously, you shot well there. So.
Well, it's one of those things. We've been playing a lot of ball golf courses, and it was really nice to kind of get back to that, like with disc golf, what we all grew up on, you know, in the woods, playing and just like having to hit a shot, which is not a thing to knock on ball golf courses. I think they're great, but a good variety is always good. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the courses. I will definitely look to come back whenever I can. So
Okay, awesome. So on that, Eagle had a video, and I just read the article in Ultiworld commenting on the ball golf courses. I myself, I'm not a fan. I don't have crushing drives, so that kind of, you know, it's negative for me. But as a touring pro, go ahead and elaborate. What do you think about that direction that the sport is going?
I honestly am not the biggest fan of it. It really depends on the tournament. Like, if you're playing 2 rounds in the woods and then 1 on the ball golf course, I can see it being alright. But if you just have a tournament centered on the ball golf course like St. Jude, you kind of lose all flavor. Like, this place is great because there's probably variety. You got some open shots, you got some tunnel shots. It kind of tests the player on all aspects of the game, opposed to just one.
And that's the way I look at it, because I was watching the video of St. Jude. It's just kind of boring to watch.
Definitely.
And for the spectators, it's cool being out there, because if you're out there, then you've got a place to stand. You can see them crush it. But again, like you were saying, it's the same tee shot, and then you're approaching to
totally
a crazy green. Totally. But yeah, so you guys travel together in the Discmania RV.
Yeah.
You guys have the vlog. My children absolutely love the vlog. What we see, you guys get at each other, kind of pick on each other a little bit. Right now is the time. Okay, we're gonna get some things out of the closet.
All right.
What is one thing on the road that you would ask Eagle to stop doing?
Dang. He's actually pretty awesome in a lot of ways because he keeps we call him Tom, the tour organization manager. So he keeps the RV spotless. I guess the one thing I can ask him to stop doing is stop forgetting where he puts certain things. so we know it's like, oh hey, we need a screwdriver, and he's like, I don't know. I guess that's the only thing. Because other than that, I get along with the kid really well. We have kind of same personalities, at least when we're together, and it's a really good time. So I mean, who would think that one of my best friends will be an 18-year-old kid, you know?
There you go. It seems like the chemistry is good there.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
Yeah, we'll reverse the role. What do you got, Eagle?
Well,
Shoes? No.
there's 2 or 3 things.
We're going big.
One thing is Eric, I always put his shoes back in an orderly manner, and he always just throws them all over the place and drives me crazy. So I always have to organize his shoes. And his laundry. Yes, I put his laundry back because he doesn't know he doesn't know how to do it right. He doesn't know how to do it right. He has inside out shirts, and I'm putting hangers and he puts hangers in inside out shirts, and it drives me crazy because we share the same closet space in the motorhome. And it drives me crazy. So you have to flip it around, and folding your pants inside out too.
I've gotten better about that.
That.
Okay, but It happens.
So
It
we have
does.
a hashtag inside out
Yeah.
pants.
Hashtag inside out putter pants, dude.
There you go. Okay. So now we'll move on. How long? So we'll go individually. We'll get into how long you've been playing, where you started, the history of Eric Oakley Sr.
So I started playing when I was about 15 or 16 years old, so I'm 28 now. But it was a soccer buddy of mine, and he just said, hey, want to come play disc golf? And I was like, sure, why not? And kind of went from there, but I didn't really start taking the game seriously until about 3 years ago. And, you know, played, had discs, and, you know, was playing soccer at a high level and got injured, so I put more time into like, hey, pretty easy recreational activity. And then, well, obviously we're all competitors and we needed a competitive edge, and disc golf tournaments were it, so just kind of ran with it and really wanted to get better, and I'm here. Yeah.
Very good. Leading an 8 here.
Yeah.
The steps we take.
Yep.
Eagle.
I got into it when I was 9 years old. I'm 18 now, so I've been at it for 9 years. My dad was heavily involved with the raw food community. So raw food means uncooked food, all vegan. So that's kind of my upbringing, vegan. And his friend was an avid disc golfer at the time. So he's like, come on out, play. And we got hooked. Been at it for 9 years now.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so you started when you were super young. I have 2 sons that are super young. You're staying with one of our prodigies here in the area. As a young kid who's starting to try and get better, try and develop distance, you're one of the premier distance throwers in the game. What tips would you have for a younger kid who wants to improve distance and get better at their game?
Well, the young kid here, Dustin Marks Jr., the one thing that I see with him that I'm really impressed with, he is so involved with disc golf. Like, he probably knows every disc in everyone's bag around the area because he's so curious at feeling all the molds. So he's so involved with that. He's also looking at so many YouTube videos, and I can tell that he is copying Paul McBeth's form right now. And the best thing you can do is copy someone else's form, because you see them throw far, try to do what they do. And generally with all the top players, we have similarities in our form. So if you get that pull back, you're gonna start throwing a lot farther. And the main thing I can say is just be persistent, stay at it, and just keep on throwing, because you're gonna develop timing, speed, snap. It'll all come together.
Yeah, definitely. I like to watch videos and try and emulate that form, because when I first started playing and really got serious with it, Feldberg was the guy. And that's kind of who I developed my putt after, and watching him just all shoulder, and it definitely helped me.
Don't be afraid to copy.
Exactly. It's, you know, it's the same motion, the same thing. So if you're trying to copy someone who's really good at it, that's
And no one, you're not going to copy him to a T, because everyone has their little hitches that they can't get over. Just own them. Make the hitch your
and
that.
try not to, you know, fondle people's bags too much. You might get your bag dumped out.
Exactly. Ask before you fondle.
Okay, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
We got to know you. So what we're going to get into, we're going to play 3 holes to determine who gets the box. We're going to get to our 3rd hole, and then we're going to play our game of bogey, or we're going to go over your guys' putts.
Okay.
So we'll break down your putts individually, give some putting tips, and then we'll get into our game of bogey.
Right on.
Yeah, all right.
Sweet.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, man.
Thanks
You
for
good luck,
coming
man.
out. Gets intense.
On the board, Eagle.
So we got a tie, so we're gonna flip. Heads prevails. So hopefully we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Way too good. Oh, no, it's popped over.
Okay, there we go.
He's got it.
Okay.
So I'm using the D-Line P2s. I have been using the D-Line P2 for about 4 or 5 years now, so it's a putter that I totally trust. And a lot of people ask like how often I switch away from a D-Line, being that it is a baseline plastic, and I go until it doesn't feel good anymore, when it's not staying in the basket. And these have been in there getting close to a year now. So they have a lot of tournaments, a lot of putts under their belts, but it's the best putter on the market. So if you're interested, check out Discmania D-Line P2. The main point that I focus on that has always been the same whenever I'm putting is my focus point. And I always pick one spot and I really try and lock my eyes on that spot. Usually it's a chain link, so my goal is to make that chain link move. So by throwing my putt, keeping my eyes locked there, it helps. So putting for me has always been approach your lie, get a good central stance, make sure you're squared up to the basket, and you're able to follow through straight to the heart, or at least to your aim point, because sometimes it changes depending on what's in your way. I don't like to look up. If I'm going to look up at the basket, I like to look up from behind my lie. The reason I do that is because now I'm seeing the putt, visually making the putt in my head from farther away. I'll look down, approach my lie, make sure I have good footing. Once I'm there, I look up and pick my spot. So what I've done from being farther back to stepping up, now the putt seems easier to make. In my head, it works. So I used to have a system where I counted to 5, where I'd be step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I release the disc at 5. But I moved away from that because it's too much. It was a little too long. So now I just step up and go when I feel comfortable. So once I've stepped up, find my spot, I'll pull back and then fire out. Nice and easy. All I'm trying to do is just give a little bit of spin. Nice and easy, get a good rotation on the disc and hit my spot. So I'm not trying to do a pitch where I don't move anything. I'm more a true spin putter and allowing the disc to just carry itself to the basket. I'm not jamming it in, just nice and smooth into the heart. And that release point and that focus point is all I stick to. So.
Okay, so let's talk about where you said you counted from 1 to 5. I think when people are starting, a big thing is to get your pre-putt routine. You want to make it routine. You want to do the same thing every single time.
Yep.
I think doing that counting would help get you there.
Yes.
But I think once you're there, then
just go off of what you know, what you've practiced, what you've worked on.
Exactly.
Completely.
Because once you get past that, the counting in your head is kind of a distraction.
Absolutely.
So it'll take you away from your absolute focus and your calm. Because I remember, so Nate Sexton was from around here, and when he talked about doing his spin, he doesn't know how many times he spins it.
Yeah.
He just goes. I remember hearing him say something along the lines of, he doesn't go until the basket looks blurry or something like that. And when he's absolute calm.
Yep.
So counting like that would kind of get in the way of that absolute calm.
Totally.
But yeah, so moving on from that.
Yeah.
What's a good tip that you would give someone for creating that pre-putt routine? Someone looking to create the routine.
Basically, I would stick to just keep it simple. Keep it something that can be repeated. Because if you're in your backyard, you need to be able to repeat that process. So if it's a little awkward, there's too many parts, then you're getting distracted. So keeping it simple, keeping it very repetitive, something that you can always dial back to. Because I've gone through different stages of putting, as we all have, and if I ever feel off, I'll count for a putt and get back, feel that routine, recenter myself. So it's, as I said, very repeatable. You can do it. So very simple.
Perfect.
Like most Discmania players, I'm putting with the P2, but I putt with the P lines. They're a little bit more stiff because I like a stiffer putter for a clean release, and the stiffer putter is also great when it gets warm out. It maintains more of a slicker feel, which I feel like is better for a clean release. It's P-line P2. Check them out. For me, if you've seen me play, I am a slightly faster player. So this is inspired by Jeremy Colling as of late. I'm kind of setting myself up before I make the putt, get myself squared up. I like to step to my putt, get squared up to where I know that I'm in line with the basket, to the point where all I have to do is look at a basket, a chain link catches my eye, and that's pretty much the first thing I go to. So as I'm stepping up, coming up, lining up before I see the basket, see the chain link, fire in. And this is a newer style for me. I used to be kind of take my time. I had a routine. I went 1, 2, 3, fire. But I kind of moved away from that. The reason being is that I've putted so much that I just started to trust in my skill. Like, I know I'm a great putter, so all I have to do is step up and throw in the basket, because I've thrown so many putts in practice that the repetition's there and my muscle memory is already trained for these putts. So that's kind of why I moved away from the routine, because I already know what I'm about.
Okay, so and that moving away from that routine where you were making sure you're doing exactly the same thing kind of goes along the lines of what we were talking about with getting your mind right.
Exactly.
If you know that you step up and you're comfortable and you're lined up and you know you can do what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, and most of the time, and some of the time, I'm stepping up to it, not feeling right, looking at the basket, not feeling right. Don't be afraid to step away, because you can have some bad thoughts up there and it's going to cause you to shank a putt. You don't want that to happen. Make sure you're comfortable before you step up to know you have the best chance at making the putt.
Yeah, I think that's big. Being able to step away, whether you're putting,
Definitely.
whether you're driving. Today during the round, a car started. Eric was on the tee, and he was right here, and a car started right behind him. So he backed away, he wiped off his towel, he got back into his pre-throw routine, and that's huge. If you're able to do that and stay focused and be calm in that moment, you're going to make better shots. You're going to make more shots.
You definitely don't want distractions to get in your head, because you don't want to have to blame a car starting, someone walking by, and have them be the reason you're not shooting well. You want it to just be you in the basket, because if you're not doing that, it's easy to blame other things, and no one likes a whiner. Just, it's you in the basket out there. That's all there is.
Right! Action! Camera! It's all there!
This one's to all you homeboys.
the bars.
Let's go! Jordan Castro!
Nope, that's really good. Buddy, go! Leave it. I want it there.
You gotta do it now.
Never done that before. Yeah, I got it.
My first name is a random set of numbers and letters and other alphanumerics that changes hourly forever. My last name, 1,000 vowels fading down a sinkhole to a susurrus. It couldn't just be John Doe or Bingo. My address, a made-up language written out in living glyphs, lifted from demonic literature and religious texts. Telephone uncovered by purveyors of the Ouija, then checked against the CBGB women's room graffiti. My socialist Sudoku, my age is obscure. My in case of emergency is in the daisies chasing birds. Employed by trillionaires with perfect teeth and pores, and people who open doors for the people who open doors. My medical history is a course at SUNY Buffalo, charlatan psychiatry and troubleshooting undertow. Nervous in the service still, I'm burger meat and purple pills here. Thank you, but call your name, sure you will. Skipped lunch. I'm shrunk.
Alright. Thanks.
Back up all your manias, you're sitting in a waiting room, you're dreaming of Arcadia, you're feeling like a baby tooth, awaiting panacea, channeling your inner Beowulf in purgatory just before you pay up to fillet yourself and others. In the name of help, colon a conveyor belt, in an ego death alone, no telephone from Gabriel. I'm half a human, combing over home and garden stone, gold chains over turtlenecks, cigars over cologne, 1,000 shitty paintings wrap around a wounded animal, womb with the Schubert, he's a future human cannonball, little fucker brothers fighting, mother hiding in her Hulu. I'm climbing up the stucco. Let's get to the seppuku. That pretty penny turned the prickly into Benji. If you save up all your winnings, then you get to count your blessings. I finally crunched the budget up and punched the button. She called my name out and pushed me into an oven. The fuck?
Well done, man. Well done.
I'm shrunk. She says, I'm not your enemy. I said, that sounds like something that my enemy would say. Instead of playing off the chemistry, she said, you're being difficult. I said, I'm being guarded. You're $250,000 dead. I get more guidance from my barber. Look, I'm not good at this. I grew up in a noogie fest. You built your walls of pie or said goodbye to all your cookie puss. Here's one. Every time my telephone buzzes, I see images of hooded riders setting fire to hundreds. She said, when you start getting all expressive and symbolic, it's impossible to actualize an honest diagnostic. I said, when you start getting all exact and algebraic, I'm reminded it's a racket, not a rehabilitation, okay? Agree to disagree as grown-ups from opposing clans, honoring the push and pull. I should have called the Scholamans. Oh well. Preservation is a doozy. Will you be needing another appointment? Absolutely. I'm shrunk.
Let's go!
There you go. All right, there we go. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Eric
man.
Oakley, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's yeah, my first defeat.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
Hey,
Good work.
don't let it be your ongoing trend.
That's the
Next bogey, I want to see you smashing.
That's the plan.
There you go.
Well, good deal. Okay, yeah, thank you again. Go ahead and shout out any sponsors.
Go first.
Discmania,
Making it all happen.
Grip Equipment, Dude Clothing, Top Card, Throw Colorado, and Mini Pro.
Dang, lots of them.
Yeah.
So I'll thank Discmania, of course. Boom Clothing, Boom Hats, check them out. Deuce Squad, and yeah, that's all I got right now.
There you go. All right, so there it is. Ball Golf TV. Thank you.
Yeah.
We got Ball Golf TV about discs and twigs and things. We got Ball Golf TV about discs and twigs and things. We got Grab Another Seat, Chris Wobble greeting me on the Ball Golf TV show.
About disc golf.